Hey guys, stay heat. Let's do phase 3, phase 4. Lura, last boss of the tier. Alright, so these numbers, you all know who you are. Links to this spreadsheet. Um, it's just to tell you, this is like actually where you're catching your soaks. Looking at a few logs, this is consistently the spots. So, what are you actually looking for? If you're playing left side here, it's these notches, these little arrows for like top and bottom group, and then the side group you're like this arrow here. For the right group, it's like just under this arrow, just under this arrow, just under this arrow. So left side basically on those arrows, right side just under those arrows. Some rules for phase 3. Seed people, you're ineligible to be getting memory game symbols. Tanks, you can get it. You cannot resolve the memory game over seed holders. The memory game is also not called whatever it's called in phase 1. It's called Death's Requiem now. So if you see that on timers, that's memory game. You want to resolve the memory game after the first constellations go away. First matrices go away. You have 15 total seconds to resolve. It's not a big rush. The memory games we'll be getting in phase 3. It's going to go 3 symbols and then 3 symbols, and then we should beat the 4th symbol in a kill pull. So don't even worry about that one. You always have to be within one of these circles of the seed holder, the light of them. Also, the reason you can't resolve memory game over seed holders is it's going to spawn soaks, and the less is going to be at 605, 610. It's basically, I believe, right after the first memory game gets resolved. First mechanic, left side, you will get soaks first. Right side, you'll get memory game first. Constellations are always going to be happening. You'll see here, if you're playing left side, you're going to get 5 constellations before the first bang. Right side, you'll get 4, and then it will flip. Right side, you'll get 5. Left side, you'll get 4. And then we'll do the bang, and then we'll beat everything from this point on and go straight to phase 4 right here. So don't worry about that. The biggest thing here when we do memory game, and we'll go over positions in a second, there are hard set positions. It is mandatory. You do need to memorize these. I tried my best to make it so you consistently have the same group, same location. Or sorry, not you always have the same group, but you consistently have the same location within the circle as best as I could. When people have to move, it's very slight movements, and I will show you that in just a minute. While right side's doing memory game, left side, you guys are doing these purple soaks. The first one is easy. It's just going to be melee takes the one in the direction that we're going. The mid group, and again, assignments that we'll go over in just a second, we'll take this one in the center, and the range group will take the one that's behind us towards the other group. And then we will swap assignments. I can't talk today. Right side, you'll do soaks. Again, this is the range group. This is the mid-range group. This is the melee group. And then memory game will happen over here. Then we're going to use our first seeds. We're going to pixel stack. Absolutely pixel stack. Do not leave early. There's going to be a big bang, and then we run. Eventually, and we'll see it in the video, but if you leave early, you're potentially going to force us to wipe because you're going to spawn the zone to go in the wrong spot. So we have to stay until the last second. Pixel stack, the closer you get to the center of the room as a pixel stack, the shorter of a distance you have to run to get safe. Warlock gates are kind of bait, in my opinion. They're not bad, but they're kind of bait because if you decide to leave early, just like what I just said, you can spawn all of the area of denial in the wrong spot of the room and get everyone killed, and then we just went on a 7-minute pull for absolutely nothing just because we wiped to a really, really silly mistake. So if we get there and you guys decide you do want to use the Warlock Gate strat, it's not on this move. It'll be after the second seed that it gets used on for most raid teams. We can do it if you guys want to. I think it's a silly way to lose a pull or multiple pulls. So area denial is now out. We will only have 2 seeds left. The left side will get memory game to start off. 3 symbols here to start off as well. And we'll actually be more closer together. It's actually probably closer like this. And then for the right side, still 3 soaks. What will happen is it'll be a melee group and a range group now. The range group will still play close to the old area of denial and take off this one towards the area of denial stuff. Melee will play towards this, and then both groups will meet here to soak the center one. it will always do the outsides and then come back in for the middle one. Well, flip sides, same thing. Second seed use, again, there is like a general location that we do want to be using the seeds at. It's like this little cell right here. There is a specific rating tab for showing those seed people where that location actually is. After we use the second seed, as long as the boss is sub 6%, we are going to phase 4. We are doing 0 mechanics after we get safe from this. We just have to spread out because we'll get a memory game, but we're not going to resolve the memory game. Again, sub 6%, we'll be good to go. These are positions for left side, and then I have another tab for the right side. The boss's position is changed for these based off of what side you are on. So let's go through it. We're using these numbers, which is still from the spreadsheet. So the number you were assigned for the phase 3 spread to start phase 3 is the number you are on for these symbols. So let me add one more boss here real quick. Boss will be like right here for this group. So left side, tank obviously has to be here. And then when we soak the purple soaks on the ground, this is how you'll be broken up. So the melee group, again, will go in care of the one in the direction we're going, the range group here, and then the mid-range group, when it's available, will take the center. Again, that's only for one soak. To go back to it for left side. So this is my melee group. You can see it here. Range group, you can see it here. And then middle group here, okay? Right side is essentially the exact same thing. The most important thing here is these bottom ones that are the spreads for the memory game. So it's going to be tank here, crystal holder in the center, melee, melee, one ranged here, one ranged here, seed holder, range, range. And we want to actually kind of have all of our circles not overlapping, but like the outer edges touching one another. So that way we can get to each other and resolve this memory game without stepping outside of the light. So for instance, this should actually be more like that as well. Okay. The last one, these first two, if you have any questions, just ask. I don't think it's too complicated to understand what we're trying to accomplish here. You have to pre-spread before memory, and you need to know what these locations are, so do whatever you need to do. Memorize it, put it in your LR, whatever you got to do. This last one, there is a rule to this memory game. This person who used this seed on the last bang, so let's say Cody, for example, I believe he is 8. He is 100% getting the first symbol of the next memory game, which is why Cody's location is now here. Because if 20 gets the other memory game, they just touch each other really quickly and they're done. If 20 doesn't get it, Cody still will have it no matter what. The only way Cody will never get this, or not never, but will lose his 100% chance of getting it, is if anyone dies between the Big Bang and the next memory game for that side. And then after Crimmy uses his, he will be guaranteed to get the memory game too, but we will be doing that memory game, so it's kind of irrelevant. And that's why he can stand on the last seed holder on our side before we go to phase 4. Same thing for the right side, except it's me and Xantcha. Also, while we're at it, the who is grabbing crystals have slightly changed. So only one healer on each side is now getting their crystals. So Tabby and Tree, you are no longer picking up crystals. You guys are now doing soaks when we land. And then Xantcha, you are getting a crystal on the right side for this group right here. And then Cody, you are getting a crystal for your group right here. Again, there's this GIF if you haven't seen it. This is literally the same guild that I took our phase 3 spread positions from for the start of phase 3. You can find where you're located and just completely mimic what they're doing. There is some weird movement shenanigans for some of these things. You just need to be aware of it and follow suit. So, okay. So again, the right side group, these assignments are the same, just for obviously different people. And yeah, if there's further explanation, please ask. Hopefully, it's pretty self-explanatory. The biggest thing is don't do what I did, where like there's these gaps for a memory game. We want all these lights to be touching one another so that we can get to each other quickly. Tank position stuff. The boss is going to start here. The arrows are to tell you where to take it past. So the boss is going to start here when we go left and right side groups. I want you guys to pull the boss to like this one location. And then after we do the first like crystal use, then I want you to move to the 2 location and essentially make sure you're like these little arrows are your indicators of like where you need to move it past. Is kind of what I'm going for there. If you guys need more explanation, just let me know. Constellations, this is the number one reason people wipe in phase 3. I'm actually in the process, I'll finish it tomorrow, of making a mini game that is like guess where the safe spot is. If you want it, because this will be the number one reason we wipe, as simple as it sounds. It's a very quick mechanic, and it's the thing that's weird. You don't have a lot of time to react. You have to get safe before you know whether you're safe or not. And how do you do that? It will try to make triangles, diamonds, and hexagons. Okay. So it'll connect all these little blue balls. Here's a little zoomed up version, and you need to basically find a triangle and get yourself in it before these lines connect to ensure your safety, or find a diamond and get in it to make sure you're safe. There is a range to how far these lines will connect. So for example, this one and this one are too far to each other. They will never ever reach each other. Okay. This one and this one are way too far from each other. They will never reach each other. And there's also situations where they are in range of like connecting a line to one another, but they decide not to. Okay. It works both ways. But getting good at this and getting good at this fast will be the biggest difference in killing the boss quickly or taking forever in phase 3 to get to phase 4. So this 100% mental practice, I would urge you guys to just spend 5-10 minutes watching a couple different kill videos, like with the whole intent of doing nothing but looking at the constellations, pausing the video when they show up, and deciding that's a safe spot, play the video again, figure out if it was a safe spot or not, and like just get good mental reps. Seed use positions. This is just for Cody, myself, Xantia, and Crimmy. If you are Cody and I, you're using it at this one spot at this little arrow notch. If you are Crimmy and Xantia, you're using it at this little arrow notch. Phase 4, there will be a moon marker down at the top of the room. We do not gather until we actually hit the boss at 0%. Please keep that in mind, or we will kill each other. We will pixel stack at moon marker. Couple of things. One tank will get the seed, and one tank will get the shotgun. We will pixel stack the entire time right here. Even the tank with the shotgun, I'm just putting him here just so tanks understand what's going on. There is no guaranteed way, Thick and Grace, I'm talking to you right now. There is no guaranteed way that Crazed will always get one job and Thick will always get another. There is a theory that whoever leaves phase 2 with aggro will get the seed, I believe. But it is inconsistently true. It works like 60% of the time. Or so I've read. Long story short, you both need to understand both of these jobs. This person is in control of keeping the raid alive by controlling the seed and movement when the I-beam comes out from the boss. This guy is in control of the shotgun, and we'll go over that in the video we're about to watch. Now for the rest of the raid. These star mechanics, these star splinters, same thing that we got in the intermission. There is essentially 2 different patterns that you can get these. It's really only 2. There is this one where you go directly left, directly right, and you will completely miss the raid. There is this one where if you go directly left, for example, this line would go straight through the pixel stack and kill everybody. So you can't go directly left. You have to go left and up or left and down. I would strongly recommend left and down. That way the dogs that are coming out of the boss have less of a chance to hit you and kill you or stun you. Or if you get the right call, right and down. This happens very, very quickly. You have 4 seconds to do this correctly without killing. Most guilds do not kill this boss the first time they get to phase 4. I have yet to see a team that has actually done it that way. If we can understand these two star patterns so that we have a chance of doing so, that would be great. Not saying we have to one shot it the first time to get to phase 4, but it would be really cool if everyone can understand the star patterns and understand if it's not this, then it has to be this, and what the movement has to be. Because again, you get about 4 seconds to do it correctly. The rest of the raid, you have to stay pixel stacked the entire time. If you have no mechanic, which is really just these star splinters, you have to stay pixel stacked. I cannot emphasize that enough. Okay, I think that's just about everything I want to go over. Hopefully I explained like the seed groups for phase 3 and then also the spreads within your seed light for the memory game well enough. Please ask questions if you do not understand. It is very important that you understand where your position's at for these mechanics and that it's a pre-spread. It's not a reactive mechanic, it's a proactive mechanic. I think that's it. So I think the last thing I just want to touch on, phase 3, the constellations is the most difficult thing. It's by far the mechanic you're going to have to deal with the most. But whether you're on the left or the right side, all you have to do is 2 memory games, which both only have 2 symbols. It's, if you're left side, it's the second and the third. And if you are on the right side, you also only have to do 2 memory games, the first and the fourth. Both sides have to dodge 9 constellations. Okay, so the constellation is by far the most dangerous mechanic. And also both sides, you only have to do 2 soaks throughout the fight. It's going to go left side gets the first and the fourth, and the right side gets the second and the third. Okay, just reverse to the memory game. There will be movement speeds for all of these runs. There will be movement speeds for all these phase 4 runs, as much as we can do. Please be survivable. The last thing I want to mention is the Severance cast that starts phase 3 officially. It will do about 50% of your health, and I believe that's with like a 20% DR going on. If you are not 75, 80% health or more, even if you're going to overheal yourself with a health pot or health stone, just rip it. It's not worth dying over. Okay, so we're going to start this vid where we are ending phase 2. In between markers, stage 3, they're going to go to their spread spots to get shot to start phase 3 here. Seed people, we do not drop seeds, we get shot away. We catch, seed people pick up. And this little line is bad news bears that will one-shot you if you touch this, okay? Do not touch this line. All the seed people will gather at the boss. Severance will occur. And just going down, his health bars are down here. Severance going off in 2, 1. Look at the health bars. Bang. Like 50% of their health gone. Okay, so we're watching right side here. So right side is getting memory game first. Left side is doing soaks. I will let people know who's actually going to be in charge of the memory game in phase 3. One thing that you can do, but is dangerous, is their first symbol is triangle. These constellations come out right when everyone get their symbols. The safe thing to do is to wait until these constellations resolve before we start clearing any of these marks. If you have the ability to do so and you're safe, by all means go for it. But please be careful. The last thing, do not clear over seed people. You'll spawn soaks. Constellations coming out. I know it looks easy, but they're getting some pretty good RNG ones. And now right side is getting soaks while left side gets memory game. This is the, looks like range group. So they are going to soak the rear one while the melee gets this one in the direction they're going. And their mid group will get the center one. So every group just gets 1 soak. Constellations come out. And now everything's done. Now we're going to gather and stack pixel here, and we're going to get ready for our first seed use. Let's do as a knockback, get back together. 2, 1, bang, and then you start running. Wait for that graphic to occur, And then this is what actually covers the room and shit. Tanks, little side note, if you tank the boss in the crap for a little while, it will give us good constellation spawns. Don't do it forever, especially if we have to go do soaks. So now we're down to 2 seeds. So what's going to happen? The melee group is going to go to the one that's furthest in the direction that we need to go in. The range group, because there is no middle group anymore, because that's the seed we used, will go to the leftmost one. Okay, just anything that's not the center one. You'll do this soak. Once both groups have resolved, you will meet in the middle and do this together. But you see by tanking him close to the shit how it's giving like really good constellations. If anything, the first pie slice in phase 1 is probably the most difficult of constellation survival. Okay, now they have to spread out. They're going to get memory game with constellations here. And now they're going to wait to do these until after these constellations finalize. X already cleared, circle, triangle. You have until the second set of constellations appear during your memory game to resolve them. You have 15, 16 seconds to do the resolution. So do not be in a massive rush. If everyone's in their correct positions, it should be pretty easy as well. Second seed use here. Big bang. They decide to gate. Obviously, the closer you play to the center of the room, the quicker this run will be. And they are sub 6%, so they are not going to be doing the next memory game. They are just going to spread out, survive constellations. They're not even going to do these soaks on the right side, and they're just going to push boss and not resolve any of these markers. So now we go to phase 4. This will be our moon marker for our team, our purple marker. Just like as a heads up, it makes no sense to use resources here unless you gain something. The bosses take 0 damage. You should just be like building up resources right here. There's 0 reason for you to be wasting damage. To start phase 4, again, tanks. There is no way to decide who gets what here. I need everyone to really listen to this next part. You surviving and having this little light buff that he has right here does more damage than you will do in the entire fight. So you surviving the next minute of this fight will do more damage than anything up to this point, and it's not even close. Okay? You surviving is a lot more important than anything else in phase 4. We do need to do damage. The holding onto this light is not enough to kill the boss. We do need to do damage, but we do not need to greed. No greeting is allowed in phase 4. Just survive. So, first blaze lines come out. The cadence will always be left. This is the first spawn. This is an easy just move immediately left. Right spawn, this is not move immediately right because this line will kill us, so he has to go down and right or up and right. And then the second spawn, same thing as that right spawn, but he goes down and left. Now, while that happened, a bunch of dogs came out all at once. This is a shotgun tank. You use the shotgun to blast them all away and get rid of them. You cannot jump. They are Z-axis. If you jump and use it, it will miss all of them. And then, again, pixel stacked here. We're going to start moving as soon as this goes. This will be a movement speed. There will be an assigned immunity at this spot. If you don't have your immunity available, just give me a heads up and we can use someone else, but obviously I need to know ahead of time. When you run into these dogs, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't hit any of them, they don't die when you run into them. They just get stunned for a second. So all you're doing is like, I don't know, hitting them with a baseball bat and like giving them a quick 1 second concussion, and now they're chilling. That's it. They don't go away unless the shotgun is used on them. Then we're going to stop, set up for blazes again. Left needs to go down and left. Right can go up and right, and this can go directly left. And now we're doing another move. As soon as this starts, this is the movement cadence for whichever tank is holding the crystal. And again, they get, I think, really good dogs on this move. Yeah, see, Sakai gets stunned, but he doesn't even go away. This one gets stunned, but he doesn't even go away. Use the shotgun here. Cadence left, right, left. And then this is the last move of the fight, last movement speed. This is like another immunity to clear the way for us. He almost gets himself killed. Probably procs his cheat. Yeah, definitely procs his cheat. And if we get here, boss will die. It's that simple. So, thank you for a great tier. I'm glad these videos have been super helpful. For the people not in our raid team, I also hope this has been helpful for you too. I know there's been some people asking for our spreadsheets. I'm happy to give it to you. I'll put in the comments of this video, probably not as soon as it goes live, but a little bit after. I didn't want to share it because it wasn't a complete product, and I don't want to put something out there that's missing information. That just seems shitty. So, come to me with any questions, guys. Thank you for all your hard work this tier, and I guess we'll talk to you guys at Rotmeyer.